Happy 9th of December and welcome to the Christmas tree forest scarf knit along using all the wool and the yarn you have and you thought you would never use. I love my terrace. It's a nice day. There is still some snow on the mountain, but down in the valley everything melted. But I guess it will come back sooner or later. Yesterday I showed you that I actually have a World of Wool advent calendar, and I thought I'm not going to touch it till I'm done with this project, but one of the bags is itching me so much, and I won't even give you a spoiler because it's an old one. It's day 2. It's called Hansel and Gretel. Part of it is sari silk. Super soft, and it has all those sari silk clumps in it, which represent the gingerbread house of Hansel and Gretel, the fairy tale. I've been working so much on sari silk during Tour de Fleece. I have a bunch of sari silk videos, and I carded the sari silk vigorously with my hand carders to get the clumps out to make it as smooth as possible. And now they're sending me this semi-clumpy sari silk. I mean, look at this. There is a big yellow clump right here. I just need to try a little. I will take some away from this end and card it. Try not to blend it too much so it won't get mud. So I still see the different sari silk parts. But I will card this so it's a little smoother, because I just want to see how smooth I get it, and so it still looks nice. And since I'm doing this in this video, which is far out of the forest, I will try to replicate the color of this fiber in my tree today. So I have to take the Christmas yarn and my 2 other strands of yarn and make it look similar like this fiber. That's a challenge. What do you think? Do you have the World of Wool advent calendar, and have you spun this already? I can't spin the whole 50 grams today, but a little bit, just to see how thin or how even I get this. Let's go downstairs. It's 75% merino wool and 25% sari silk. So it's quite a lot of sari silk. Let's look at this. Before I start carding part of this fiber, I will find a blend that would replicate this in my tree. Let's see what would work here. First I will look for Christmas yarns, and then I will fill it in with 2 other strands of fiber. I just have a little bit of blue here, and most of this fiber is speckled with sari silk of pink, yellow, green, orange, and really not much of blues. Also, this blue is a warmer blue than this one. It's kind of a neutral blue. So no. This could work with the green. This has too much gray because in here there is no gray present. This could work, but it also has some white in there, so not gonna take that. This red Christmas yarn, which is also British, with golden, is it golden? Yeah, with golden glitter. It doesn't have the green, but it has the reddish tones and the gingerbread tone here. I think I go with this and add the green with one of the other yarns, because that really helps me here, this orangey gingerbready tone. And it's not a primary red, it's more a warm, darker red, which probably will be similar to that pink once it's spun up. This is really, really old sock wool that has been laying around forever, and I'm excited to use it. I got this from an old lady. She gave me a whole bag of wool, and I don't know how old this is. It looks like it's out of the 70s or something. I mean, look at that tag here. This one has green and yellow, and will probably be enough of green and yellow. So what I need now is the brownish addition, which I will add with the mohair silk. I'm in luck because I have this much left of a silk mohair blend, which will brighten up the red a little and combine those two. Let's start knitting and see if I guessed right. I knitted to the part where I put my stitches on hold on the side, and I think I kind of nailed it. I mean, it looks like it's been spun up, but if you compare the shade of this, this one looks like it has 50% sari silk in it, not 25. It's a little busier than this will be probably, but come on, that's the same thing, isn't it? Woohoo! All right, so I show you that 3 at the end of the video once it's finished, and I will card a little bit of this one first. I got my hand carders. They have a lot of little pins in it. The trick is to not card it too much, but enough that those slubs will be loosened. What I could also do is just pick out the parts with the slubs, but then I have to put it evenly back, and I'm just gonna try it like this. I won't fill up my hand carder too much, because you can card it more thorough if you have just a little bit. Then you have to be careful not to make it into mud. You see? I think one time is enough, otherwise it will get muddy. Let's take this out. This one I can pick apart when I spin. And then I roll it like this. Let's do a second one, and then I spin this. Out of excitement for this fiber, I forgot to add the toy advent calendar for today. So those 3 kits that stand here around in the forest will build a second snowman, because they just have a tiny one. And boom, that's the one they built with pink scarf and snowflake mittens. Yay, now they have a pink snowman. I just have a tiny bit of this Sari Silk Merino blend carded, so I will also use just a tiny spinning wheel till I have time to do the whole 50 grams. Let's go. Tension needs to suck in a little more. This has to go out of the frame so I can show you what I do here with my hands. I remember during Tour de Fleece, I was holding the fiber like I would drop spindle, because I had more control of picking the slubs once they get into my draft. So I'm gonna try to do that too here. It still has tiny slubs obviously, but once you apply this, see here, once you apply this, it will even out. So they're not huge clumps. I mean, if you love to have huge clumps, please, like this one. See, now I have time to pull that one apart. The clumps can be lovely. I just want to try if I can get it evened out a bit with my technique here. Not muddy yet. You can still see the different speckles, but it's not big clumps. It's just little clumps. Let's do a little more. Feels really good spinning. I haven't spun in over a month, I think. I can either knit or spin. I don't have time for both. I wish I could just spin and knit all day long, but I have to pick my hobbies and do them relatively fast. Squeeze them in between my busy schedules. Ugh, I love to spin. Now I just want to spin. Let's forget the Christmas tree forest. Let's just start spinning. No, I'll finish that scarf no matter what. Sari silk bleeds a lot. When I washed my mini skeins during Tour de Fleece, the first washes bled a lot. So I wonder when this is done spinning, the whole 50 grams, and I wash this, if some of the color will stick to the merino or if it will wash out. It's nice to spin this blended with merino. I love it because the sari silk I spun during Tour de Fleece was just 100% sari silk. Oh, and sometimes mixed with mulberry silk a little, because I have that huge bag of mulberry silk that somebody gave me. But it was all silk, and this is smooth sailing compared to just sari silk. I think plied this will look lovely. So I made a tiny ball of yarn, 3-plied, right off the bobbin as soon as I spun the single. On a lazy Kate that wasn't tensioned. Yeah, I did it though. Here it is. And this is the garter stitch sample from Hansel and Gretel fiber. I knitted this with 3mm needles, and I think it turned out okay. You have to consider this hasn't been washed. I really just spun this like 10 minutes ago. And here is the Hansel and Gretel inspired tree. I think it turned out nice. I like the mix. Looks very fally. It is very similar. I mean, this is less fuzzy because there is no mohair in it. If I would have knit this up with this yarn, those two things would look very similar. And I kind of feel like doing it just to see. It does look like there is double the amount of sari silk in here than here. All right, let's knit this up with the yellow mohair strand. And just for fun, to see how similar they are after that. And the yellow was a little too bright to get the right color out of my mix, but I didn't have a darker brown. Well, it's not yellow, it's like a ochre, bright brown. Now I'm using 4mm needles. All right, I stop here because then I have to separate it again afterwards, because what will I do with a little swatch like that? I won't keep it. Unless somebody has an idea what to do with little, like collect swatches and then at the end make a blanket from it or whatever. But that will take a long time with me because I'm not doing that many swatches. It's pretty similar. I think I did a good job in replicating this yarn. And the slobs are, you see, the slobs are not so big. They're just little freckles. It's nice. All right, that's it for today with the gingerbread house. Actually, it's not far out of the forest because the gingerbread house is in the deep, deep forest. I loved that story when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I had to drive to school with train every day, and my mom would drive with me because she went to work too. And every time we drove into the city and out of the city, she would read me fairy tales when I was little. So I know all German fairy tales and all Russian fairy tales and all kinds of other fairy tales, but mainly German and Russian. All right, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see how I knit those trees, watch this video. If you want to see tomorrow's video, click here. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you tomorrow.